Angela, hailing from Ham Lake, Minnesota, took on the role of a delivery driver for Domino's Pizza. Before that, she held a different position with Minnesota Visiting Nurses. Regrettably, her life took a somber turn after a profound personal trauma. I did housekeeping for people with AIDS and HIV, Angela told The Atlantic in October of 2016. Then they closed my department. They offered me another position with a hospice, but I had a daughter that had died while I was working for Minnesota Visiting Nurses, and it was just too difficult for me to think of going to work with other people that were dying. So I left. Some months after that, Angela looked to get back to work and part-time job, despite caring for her grandchildren on a regular basis. With that in mind, she showed an interest in working for the same company as her oldest daughter, Sarah, in the hope that they could maintain their current routines. I would help Sarah out quite a bit watching her children, Angela recalled to The Atlantic. I got a job at Domino's and worked the opposite hours of her. It was flexible enough for me to watch her kids while she worked, and then for her to have her children when I went to work. As she settled into her new role, Angela soon became very familiar with one customer in particular who lived on the fringes of Anoka County, Minnesota. His name was Lee, and he liked to order every Saturday. He orders every Saturday at 10:15 a.m., she told USA Today in December 2015. However, in late 2015, Lee was the victim of an unimaginable chain of terrible events, leaving him heartbroken. The elderly customer's house was badly damaged following a storm, which made it uninhabitable. Then his son tragically passed away in a snowmobile accident. After that, he moved into a small trailer just outside his home. Unfortunately for Lee, though, the trailer had no electricity, plumbing, or heat, leaving him in a vulnerable position ahead of the winter months. However, when Sarah noticed his situation, she soon informed her mom. Unsurprisingly, Angela didn't like what she heard. "I thought we gotta do something," Angela told USA Today. "We gotta do something. We can't let a human being live like this." With that in mind, she bought a heater for Lee's trailer and decided to go a little further when delivering his pizzas every Saturday morning. The pizzas are what Lee would live on the weekends because he was elderly and couldn't get meals on wheels, Angela told The Atlantic. "I would look forward to delivering to him and just be a little ray of sunshine to help him every Saturday morning, saying, 'How are you doing, Lee?' Sometimes I would stop at the store and grab him a hot cup of coffee and a donut before I go there with his pizza." Moreover, Angela's work didn't stop there as she continued to look for ways to help Lee. "There's no way somebody can live like that and be fine," she said in a YouTube video produced by Humankind, a channel created by USA Today. "So you just step in and you do what you gotta do." With that in mind, Angela set up a GoFundMe page for Lee, leading to numerous contributions from across the world. "We got donations from as far as Australia," the delivery driver told USA Today. Some 2 months after that, the page had raised more than $32,000, which sparked the next phase of Angela's ambitious plan. Using that money, Angela bought her elderly customer a brand new home, while the local community donated all the furnishings. The Humankind YouTube video titled "Pizza Delivery Driver Delivers New Home to Homeless Man" captured the moment when Lee finally saw the results of her incredibly hard work. Unsurprisingly, he was touched beyond words. With Angela by his side, Lee was greeted by a number of local volunteers as he walked through the front door. Sarah gave him a warm hug as he began to settle in, with the interior of the house now covered in Christmas decorations. "You remember when this started, and I promised you we were going to help you," she tearfully told Lee during their embrace. "It's wonderful," Lee told the camera crew. "I'm so grateful for the people doing this." After that, Angela gave him a tour of the house, noting that he had plenty of food stored up in the kitchen. Incredibly, his new bedroom was the same size as his old trailer, while a message above the bed read, "Joy, hope, love, believe." As the video closed with Lee and his new friends singing Christmas carols, Angela offered one last heartwarming message about the situation. "Every single one of us enjoyed doing this," she told the camera crew. "This ain't all for Lee. We all benefited." Indeed, while Lee now had a proper roof over his head for the winter, Angela continued to do good deeds for her other Domino's regulars. Another customer's daughter just had surgery for Crohn's disease and was very, very ill, and the mother was out of work. She told The Atlantic, "I started a GoFundMe for her, and we're getting enough donations that her mother doesn't have to worry about going back to work right now. She can just stay home and take care of her daughter. As for Lee, his weekly routine changed following the move to his new home. Lee really stood out for quite some time and doesn't order for delivery anymore because he's got a stove and a refrigerator and a microwave, Angela said of her former customer. Yeah, he stood out for a long time. Although delivery drivers often develop close relationships with specific customers, not many can match the extraordinary generosity displayed by Angela Ngainin, a Domino's employee, teaming up with her daughter Sarah. Angela didn't just deliver pizza to Lee Hayes. She provided him with a brand new place to call home,